Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Narrative Imperative Game Jam Judgment stage. We are moving on to our next game submission, which is the Yawning Depths. Now, I've heard some interesting things from other judges being, well, proclaimed about this little game, so I'm actually kind of excited. Text speed, okay, that's good. So it looks like it's another game that has visual novel style presentation. Alright, let's start. The USS Sea Snail, lauded as 2042's greatest achievement in naval innovation, able to go deeper than any submarine before it. This beauty has been in commission for a whole year. The Navy's beasts were handpicked to command this vessel. Navy's best, excuse me, not beast. Navy's best were handpicked to command this vessel. Our top secret mission to recover a sunken Russian prototypes for deep submergence vehicle. The mission is taken us deep into the Arctic Ocean, as you can probably guess. What kind of it's kind of nippy down there. We can secure this DSV before our rivals. We can learn so much about this thing's capabilities, not to mention make some improvements to our own ships. Oh, okay. I think I just skipped it. Hold on, back. So what's my role in all this? Well, I do all the boring paperwork everyone else is too qualified to be bothered with. Right now I'm working on payroll, filling in people's information and salaries. The best part, by which I mean the worst part, is seeing how much more everyone else is making than me. Speaking of which, it's time to enter my own data. Interesting. First name. Doofy. Foofy. That's me, Doofy Foofy. Rank. I guess I'm a... Oh, really? Okay. Let's go high. My first executive order, a month-long vacation for all the world's yeomans. It's yeomen. And yeoman. A big fat vacation for yo people of every gender. Because, as you can see, we clearly need one. Gender, I guess male. Salary. That's a very young-looking president. Salary. Oh, I can't type in words? Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. 42. Come on, that's not that bad. Oh, really? It completely ignored what I put in. Yeoman Doofy Foofy is the USS Snail Male. Snail. Male. Yearly salary, 30,000. Is this correct? Sure. There we go. Alright, now I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I smuggled a little something into my quarters. It's a teensy bit of a contraband. Technically speaking, this cupcake doesn't strictly belong to me, but it were to help to keep me up. Besides, it was left practically out in the open. If the cook didn't want me to steal it, he would have gone through more trouble to hide it, right? Right. And well, with how dull this work gets, I'm going to need it. Come here, lovely. Let's get this done. Name, rank, gender, salary. Name, rank. Ugh, this is so boring. I'll finish the rest tomorrow. I still have an hour until my shift is over. Maybe I can sneak over to my secret spot and kill some time. DSVs don't have a lot of room to spare, but there's a will, there's a way. Just go down to the hall, around the corner, make sure nobody sees, and voila, my secret spot. The perfect place to kick back, relax, and wait for the clock to clock out. Maybe finish some Sudoku, this cupcake. Oh, or maybe even take a little nap. Yeah, yawn. Yeah, I think I should do that. After all, Skipper would want a well-rested crew for a tough day ahead. Far above the crushing depths of the sea, things are more beautiful. If I were to rise and rise and rise, and then rise some more, I'd like to find myself on the beach, sipping a margarita, listening on the gentle lap of the waves. Huh, what? This isn't the beach. This isn't my secret spot. Where? The engine room. That's where I am. And so is the engineering crew. But, Foofy. Holy, what the hell? They're dead. All of them. The room is painted in blood. I'm covered in blood, and... I lift my hand only to see that I'm holding a dagger. Where did this come from? I don't remember taking out a fancy letter opener like this. The captain bursts through the door, our single civilian passenger in tow. She screams. Yeoman Foofy. Oh, I'm kind of regretting picking that name now. Yeoman Foofy, drop the knife and put your hands up. Do it now. I dropped the knife and raised my hand, which I would have done even if the skipper hadn't pulled out a gun. Skipper, I... Shut it. Kick the knife to me. I do so, and he picks it up. In the control room. Go. He gestures his gun, and I move in the control room. The control room. Only 2 people await us here. Yeoman Foofy and Miss Margot. The only ones left. That's culinary specialist submarine Jimmy McDonald, or in layman's terms, the cook. I and the nav crew had their throats slit. What? Alina Curry, the Sea Snail's engineering officer. In other words, the leader of the nuclear technicians. There were so many bodies. Margot Blavatsky, a civilian contractor. I don't know why she's on this mission. Nobody tells me anything. Silently, Curry turns off the alarm. After all, there's no one else alive to see it. What's going on? I could ask you that. What happened back there? I took a nap. I took a nap while the entire nav crew was being slaughtered. I wasn't there. I was in my secret spot. You're what? There's an empty compartment behind this soft serve machine. Oh, jeez. There's a soft serve machine in the submarine? Foofy is always snapping back there. Did you kill the crew? I could possibly kill that many people myself. That is true. There were 5 men in the engineering room, all of them in better shape than me. That's true. Do you really think I could have taken out 5 able-bodied men just with a knife? I'm a paper push and not a seal. Where did the knife come from? I don't know. I woke up in the engine room and it was sitting next to me. Did you see anyone else in the engine room? Not really. I don't think we did. No. No, I was alone when I woke up. The captain stares at me for a long time, then lowers his gun. Do you believe him? I haven't decided yet, but this is more than one yeoman could pull off by himself. Can somebody fill me in on what all happened? Okay. It was sabotage. The sea snail took a sharp turn, of course, and before we could correct it, we crashed. Oh. We took heavy damage, and the boat, well, it's not a boat, is it? Is inoperable. As far as I know, we're the only survivors. I'm speechless. How could this have gone so wrong so quick? But hey, rescue's coming. Comms is still functioning well enough to send out a distress beacon. So what now? Are we going to be okay until they get here? We should be fine as long as nothing else goes wrong. We could play a game to get our minds off the situation. Anybody for 20 questions? No, we're getting to the bottom of this. I want to know exactly what happened. Who's behind it and why? Get to talking. Oh, he takes out the gun again. The others eye catch... Okay. The others eye each other warily. I decide to break the silence. Well, let's see. Who shall I talk to first? Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's talk to the weird lady. Ooh, interesting. You can actually choose multiple options to talk about. Let's talk about your alibi. I was in my room when the alarm started going off. The captain came to help me out, and, well, that's when we found you. What about before then? I was in my room all day, most of the trip. It's not like there's anything for me to do in this sub. I'd just be in the way. It's not much in the way of an alibi, but it's true that she rarely ventures outside her room. If I were lucky enough to have a private quarters, I probably wouldn't leave either. Cool, sabotage. What sort of thing, that sort of thing is way out of my areas of expertise. Okay, well, that's kind of a non-nothing burger of an answer. Dead nav crew. I just can't believe it, there was so much blood. I close my eyes and I still see them. I'm going to be seeing them in my nightmares. The knife. It looks like a prop out of a movie. Should be something like that. Should something like that even be on board? Even the thing where we're all going to die. Whoa, glass half empty. Though I thought the snail screw is more than half empty. McDonald. Okay, let's talk to Tits McGee over here. The situation. When it comes to a crisis like this, it's easy to let your emotions overwhelm your ability to logically break the situation down. If we don't lose our heads and focus on the facts, we'll be able to diagnose the cause of this problem. The alibi. I was doing my job, keeping the sea snail from falling apart. Not much else to say. Next question. Not a lot to work with here. There's something she's not telling us. Let's press her. Curry, we're gonna need some more info. Where in the boat were you? What were you doing? What do you think I was? I was down on my station doing my job. Which would be... Do you seriously think I'm dumb enough to tank my own career by going on a killing spree? But you're in a sub, not a tank. Shut up, McDonald. Curry, you're a logical kind of a person, right? I'm a nuclear technician, I have to be. Think of it this way. All of us were willing to share where we were at the time of the incident. Everyone was open except for you. Well, not everyone, we haven't talked to everyone, but, you know, that's okay. And the fact the electronic system where sabotage makes you the most suspect. If you want to clear your name, you'll need to tell us what you were doing. Alright, fine. You're right, the electronic system are my responsibility, but the boat was not tampered with while I was in the control room. I was monitoring the autopilot when the console sounded a warning. The engine room was being overheated, which if left unchecked would have led to a disastrous consequence. As I was the only one qualified to deal with the issue, I went to remedy it. I fixed it alone, only to return to see the systems were tampered with. The submarine autopilot was changed so that we'd be plunged into the bottomless depths, hundreds of meters of course. I tried to log back in, only to find that the passwords were changed. That was when I remembered. My rush to fix the issues in the engine room, I had neglected to log out of the console. Oh no. So whoever caused the changes to the autopilot was left in a wide open door to do as they pleased. I'm sorry, Captain. I'm afraid my negligence may have doomed us all. We're not dead yet, Curry. This is just one piece of a bigger puzzle we have in front of us. Right. No use dwelling now, because we should analyze whom among us is acting the most out of character. I felt the feeling I'm not the only one who had something to hide. New topics added. Characters, missions, and Curry's testimony. Holy cow. Okay, that's a lot. Let's talk to the other guys. Captain Francis Magellan. The skipper is a great guy. He's got more yarns than knitting octopus. Also, like the octopus, he gets hungry if you keep him waiting on his dinner. Is that a thing about octopi? No idea. Nuclear technician. She's one cool customer. Cool even. Sub-Zero. A nuclear engineer winter. Hey, just kidding around. I'm nothing special. Being on the snail since they launched her, keeping everybody fed. What brought you to the Navy? Cooking has always been a passion of mine, but something was missing. Something I could only get from the Navy. I wanted to make the perfect sub. Haha. Can't tell if you're being evasive or just looking around. Press him a little. That's a him? Good lord, man. Those hips are huge. Seriously though. What, you really want to know? That's why I'm asking. I had messed up family life. I had a messed up family life. Parents kicked me out, and I had to drop out of high school and live in my junker car. Sorry, bastard like me didn't have much of a future anywhere else. Oh, sorry. That's interesting. You're actually putting a lot of work into the backstory. But yeah, dude, these are some humongous hips. Like, You don't really see that on the male. Okay. Civilian Margot Blavatsky. It's weird that she's here, but at least she's cute, right? Okay. I see where your interests lie. The Sea Snail's mission. To boldly go where no one else has gone before. Come on, nobody's gonna waste their time telling the cook about the mission. The only mission I have is to make make sure that everybody's got full bellies. Oh, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, not awesome, but helps coming, right? That'll be a hell of a story once we're back on land. The alibi. You know, my usual Tuesday routine. Donating blood to help teach unprivileged inner city youth about recycling. Isn't that Saturday? Oh, right, on Saturdays. On Saturdays, I freebase cocaine and rub elbows at the country club. Just answer the question, McDonald. You guys are no fun. Fine. I was in the kitchen, like I always am. Shouldn't you have been on your rounds? You were late with dinner. Oh, I noticed that too. Jimmy's usually brings me meals promptly on the hour. He does. He does he? Or doesn't he, technically? I see what the skipper's getting at. So in other words, you always fed Margot first. I only wanted to make our guest feel comfortable. And you're right, I was late. Some food had gone missing. So I was juggling oh no, we're the one who stole the muffin. I was juggling trying to serve people while looking for it. What do you mean by some food? A cupcake. I knew it. Oh, something to say, lass? It was for me, the cupcake. Captain Magellan cites loudly. I've heard enough of this. So you believe me, Skipper? Unfortunately, yes. Curry's testimony. I'm not saying it ain't sus. Minus 10 points. But that's not unlike her, to try to cover up some big mess all on her own. What I want to know? What I want to know is, if some kind of hacker got into our internal systems, does that mean they hacked the deep web? Oh. The knife. It's sharp, but I doubt it could be used in the kitchen. Maybe for peeling potatoes? It's obviously not a cooking knife. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I'm saying. Dead nav crew. They were my friends, and I'm pretty sure you would know more about that than I do. Sabotage. I just don't get why anybody would want to crush the sub. They're like on the sub. On the sub, they're just condiments. Oh, jeez. With all the food talk. Let me talk to this gal again. Captain Francis Magellan, or Magellan. When I first got here, I thought it was like a captain out of. He was like a captain out of book. A little intimidating, but classically badass. Right now, though, he's scaring me. Oh, that's nice. Nuclear technician Alina Curry. I'm pretty sure she hates my guts. I just can't shake the feeling that whenever she looks at me, she's giving me the evil eye. You see? Jimmy McDonald. Jimmy seems like a good guy. If I'm being honest, he's the only one on the sub who's actually being friendly with me. Not that people haven't been civil. but everybody else keeps their distance. Civilian Margot Blavatsky. Margot Blavatsky, or Margot, is fine, but it might be best if the captain were to speak on my behalf. I've been told Ms. Blavatsky is, and I quote, an expert in all things Russian. My orders were to let her on board and give her the first crack at the examining whatever we found down here. There's something off about Margot, but if the information is coming from Skipper, I'm not about to contradict it. Russia. Okay. See Snell's mission. Contract for the Navy, they said. It's easy money, they said. You won't end up in a watery grave, they said. They said that? It was implied. I was hoping the Navy had made a mistake and all we'd find was some big rock, or like a whale or something, you know? And then it would be like a big vacation under the sea. Under the sea. The fish are ugly. But this sub is so crowded. Everyone's busy. I've already read all my books. I can't even get the cupcake around here. Jimmy says that they've been, they keep getting stolen. Oh no. Whoops. Let's back up for a second. What were you contracted to do on this mission? Oh, I'm an expert on Russian stuff. Russian stuff? Yeah, Russian stuff. That's not suspicious at all. Russia. Is she really a Russian expert? Let's find out. Okay. Who's your favorite past Russian ruler? I don't know if there is a... well... That's a tough one. Really hard one. There's so many, you know? And history's so interesting. Such an interesting subject. And there are many Russian rulers. I've got it. Anastasia Romanov. She's a tragic figure, but also one of incredible perseverance. She was separated from the royal family when Rasputin betrayed them, but managed to escape and survive incredible odds to return to them. It's like suspicious. My favorite character in that movie was Bartok. Oh, you ass. The talking bat. Okay, I admit I don't know anything about Russia. I'm an occult expert. Hey, what now? There's no Russian prototype down here. The Navy believes it's found a sleeping god. Holy cow. And I'm pretty sure someone's performed a ritual to awaken it. Are you serious? May I see that knife, Captain? I'd like to read the inscription. The skipper considers this for a moment, then slides the knife over to her along the floor. Don't worry about. Oh, hold on. Oh, don't try anything foolish. Of course not. She picks up the knife. As I thought, this is a ceremonial blade. The symbols engraved on it are the Relayan writing. It says Otham. Oh, geez, okay. Which means we send souls to Othium. That's an elder god, Otham, the oceanic horror, and fairly certain that's the thing we crashed into. We could be caught in Otham's tendrils right now. Are you seriously listening to this lunacy? It's kind of far-fetched. No offense, Margot. Far-fetched doesn't mean impossible. Someone's brought that knife on board. Someone such as Margot herself. No matter how you look at it, she's the most suspicious one here. No, it's not like that. I'm an academic, not a cultist. There's a lot of suspicion on Margot right now. Well, you know, the quiet ones is always the culprit in these ones. She did also lie about being an expert. Okay. Interesting. I don't think we have enough information yet. No. Margot, do you really think that we'd believe something like that? I know there's a lot to take in. No, I'm pretty sure we can make... Oh man, I should have answered yes. Hold on. Oh, okay, so I can't make the choice again. Yeah, I think it might actually be the other one, considering the evidence in front of us, the fact that somebody slaughtered the entire crew of, you know, bit military men. There's got to be something weird happening here. Okay. I know, it's a lot to take in. No, I'm pretty sure you can take in more than all-you-can-eat buffet. If you don't need my warning, we're all doomed. If you don't heed my warning, we're all doomed. Listen to yourself. You're talking about a bunch of supernatural nonsense. I hate to say it, but Curry's got a point. What happens when you kill next? You're going to blame the spaghetti monster? Please, you have to believe me. You're all going to die, and the world will be doomed to suffer by the Otham. Margot, stop. We're not buying it. I'm sorry, but we can't risk you harming anyone else in this boat. Captain, please don't do this. Forgive me. No. Oh god. Bang. Oh shit. No one spoke a word for the longest time after the captain made his judgmental call. Slowly we tried to return to our stations and get back to work. What do you mean get back to work? Most of the crew's dead. Margot was the only outsider in the group. She knew all about Otham. Too much to accept the risk and keeping her alive. Truly, she had the Otham's herald. At least that was what we thought. We managed to rendezvous with the rescue boats the Curry contacted earlier. We thought that was the last of the surprises we would have to face. Just as a sub finally breached the surface of the ocean, the sky turned into many wonderful colors upon which we never before laid eyes. The many great arms of Othan pierced off the waters, reaching and blocking the horrid, piercing light of the sun. His prophet, one he had foolishly tried to flush out of our coterie. Wait, his prophet, one we had foolishly tried to flush out of our coterie, sang alongside him, and he willed his brethren into this world. They restructured our impure bodies in his glorious image. To think we were once fools, naive to the glory of the great Otham. Oh, jeez. His will shall guide us to the glory of the greater, for it greater than our own. Oof. Oh, God. Ending 3 out of 5. Otham rises. Holy cow, really? Oh, man. This is actually cool. It's got multiple endings? Oh, man. This is really interesting. Okay, let me try this again. Okay, so we know this. Okay. Boofy. Doofy. Yeah, man. Yep. Deep sigh. Gender. Male. Salary. Wow, that's not that bad. Yes. Okay. There's the cupcake. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna skip this. Okay. I took a nap. Okay, I don't remember. How could I possibly kill that many people by myself? There were 5 men on the engine room. Okay. Maybe Fairloom? I don't know. Okay, in the engine room and it was sitting right next to me. Justina Blavatsky when I woke up. I saw Curry fleeing the room. I don't think we did though. Okay. Cool. Okay, so let's talk to the captain. The situation. What are your thoughts on the situation, Skipper? My thoughts are I don't know who I can trust or who is full of shit. Easy, Cap, down in front of our guest. You have some strange priorities there, McDonald. Yeah, he kinda does. Your alibi. Don't waste your time, Yaman. If I were behind this, I'd have killed you all by now. Well, I don't know. That blade, just glazing at it makes my blood grow colder than the depths of the Marianas Trench. Innocent blood stains the metal of that knife. In your hands was found coiled around its hilt. Which begs the question, what the hell is it? What in the hell is it doing in your possession? Sabotage. Normally Curry notices these flaws quickly and patched them up even quicker. I'm shocked that she left this slip through the cracks. If she was alone then, I don't know what to believe. She's capable of killing those people. She and I have worked together on this boat for a good year. She's been a bright and loyal soldier. What would she possibly get to gain from killing us all? Aye, there were good men and women. Every single one of them. I would have laid my life down for each and every one of them. They didn't deserve to die like that, and I will make sure that the culprit suffers for what they did. Okay. So, we did talk to this guy. Help's coming, right? Yeah, okay. Sabotage. Knife. Interesting. Oh god. Okay, I think it glitched out. Oh no. Back. Okay. Okay, good. We fixed it. I was doing my job keeping the sea snail from falling apart. Make an accusation? Captain, I think Curry is the killer. I beg your pardon? Why else would she be so cagey? She wouldn't say where she was. Now what? Captain, don't listen to him. I've served with you longer than anyone. Then why won't you fess up to what you were doing? I have my reasons, but I assure you that I'm not responsible for what happened. Well, push for the truth. Curry, you're a logical kind of person, right? I'm a nuclear physician, I have to be. Think of it this way, if I were willing to share where you were, everyone was open except for you. Okay, let's just go here. Oh, that's right, we got additional info. Let's ask the captain. Curry's testimony. Curry, we'll discuss the disciplinary actions regarding your actions once the actions have actions in actions. The situation has been resolved. I understand. So you believe her? Aye, so we'll need to find out who snuck into the room while she was preoccupied. Okay. The Sea Snail's mission. I've really forgotten about our missions already. We were sent out to find a prototype of a new Russian DSV. Our superiors have been tight-lipped about what this prototype does and how it will help bolster our forces. Would have been nice to have some more critical information before we took the dive, but apparently it's above my pay grade. At any rate, the track will have to wait while we find the murderer. C.S. Jim McDonald. McDonald's a good chef when he gets the food out on time. I don't know what's gotten into him lately, but he's been slacking off on his duties. He used to be more on the ball about getting out quality grub on the timely matter. Maybe we should investigate the chef, Civilian Margot. Seems like a sweet enough gal. Bit of a quiet sort though. I always thought it was the civilian jitters. Being stuck in a situation like this on the first mission, I assume is quite tough on her. Nuclear technician. Curry served with me ever since we were stationed on this boat, and she's provided a valuable addition to the crew. Some may see her as frigid, but she's kept us alive. She maintained the integrity of the snail and kept the systems functioning on top shape. I'm thankful she managed to survive the attack. Captain Francis Magellan. Well, allow me to say this, since this is my first bout of rough waters, and I certainly don't plan to make it my last as long as I've got breath in my lungs. I spent years proudly serving in our Navy. even if even if I was left with a few scars. And whoever thought it was a bright idea to take my boat should remember I didn't hesitate to take down the pirates that tried to steal my first ship. I don't hesitate to put the bullet in your skull if you don't show yourself. Okay. Captain Francis Magellan. The skipper's a great guy. He's got more yarns than knitting octopus. Okay, we've read this. Nuclear technician. Oh no, it's doing the thing again. I can tell if we're being evasive or just looking around. Seriously though. What? You really want to know? That's why I'm asking. I had a messed up family life. The parents kicked me out and I had dropped out. Okay, so we've seen this. Civilian? Oh, for God's sakes. Curry's testimony. I'm not saying it ain't... Oh, for God's sakes. Okay. Captain Francis Magellan, Curry's testimony. Look, I admitted where I went wrong, and I told everything I know about the sabotage. Can we please move on? I'm well aware of how this works. Oh. How this looks on me. I was negligent and I failed on my duties. We can discuss the disciplinary actions later, Curry. Now that we know that you were doing during the attack, we can explore other options. I can only hope that I live to learn from this lapse of judgment. Dead nav crew. These men and women had years of combat experience, and yet they were slaughtered like cattle. This makes me wonder. Perhaps an accomplice was involved. Fighting off all those people would take quite a bit of energy out of someone. We must always add that it's awfully convenient that out of all the men and women, you were the only one to avoid being butchered, and that you just happened to black out just when the system failed. Oh, she's accusing us. The knife. Obviously it was in your hands, and all the victims seems to be stabbed to death. I can admire the ornate design the creator gave it while not sacrificing the durability or sharpness. The blade would likely be appraised as being highly valuable. That is, if it wasn't used as a murder weapon. Such a shame. I was quite intrigued when I learned that we were searching for a lost DSV. Examining its structure and functions would be quite the entertaining pastime. You find that stuff entertaining? What? We all have our hobbies. Some are just more productive than others. Civilian Margo Blavatsky. I'm not sure of as to why the Navy would allow someone like you on board. This is a military nuclear submarine, not a gondola giving tours on some river in Louisiana. Not to mention, whenever the conversation turns to her subject of so-called expertise, she rarely has anything to say on the subject. I think she would be more eager to share the knowledge, wouldn't you agree? Cool, okay. Please don't get me started on MacDonald. He's an idiot with no sense of tact. Here we are trying to find a murderer hiding among us, and he's still making wisecracks. Oh, come on. Doom and gloom's not really a good look for me. How Captain Magellan's could tolerate him through our time of serving in the Navy, I will never understand. Nuclear technician. I fail to see how this is relevant to our situation at hand. However, if you insist, then let me regale you. I graduated top marks in both high school and post-secondary, where I studied nuclear engineering. After graduating, I admit finding employment proved difficult. Thankfully, the Navy had the open position for a tailor-made for my qualifications. And let me tell you this: I've worked too hard to get where I am to let whoever did this ruin everything for this crew. Captain Francis Magellan. I keep mispronouncing the name. Captain Magellan and I have worked with each other on the sub previously. He may be an irascible temperament, but he's quite experienced when it comes to conflicts, both petty and life-threatening. His record is proof enough of this. I'm not too fond of him being so eager to fire at any of us, but he has many years of combat experience. If I try to reach for the gun, he'd have 20 different ways to kill me before I even got within arm's reach. I'm not too fond of shooting any one of you either, but we need to figure this out. Of course, sir. This is actually a really good way to deliver narrative. Have other characters talk about someone else to get their information on them. This is really skillfully done, actually. Okay. We don't have any other subjects to talk about, but I want to get like a different ending. Okay. Let's take a look at the alibi. Okay, I don't really want to be skipping. Civilian Margot Blavatsky, Sea Snail situation, civilian, there we go. Okay. New topic added, Russia. Okay. Let's... Okay, so it's not a topic that's been added to all characters. Okay. Okay. Say something in Russian. Say something in Russian. До свидания. Oh god, she said goodbye. Say something in Russian that everyone doesn't already know. Do any of you speak Russian? No one speaks up. Hey, I speak up. Come on, man. Okay, so this line of questioning is dead end. Ah. That says, how do you like your borscht? Just like it's meant to be served cold as the grave. Oh god. What's the main ingredient on borscht? Tomatoes. It's a red soup. Like oh, you fucked up. You fucked up. It's not tomatoes. That's gazpacho. You're talking about gazpacho. Ah, the gazpacho. Gazpacho. Gazpacho red-handed. Okay. Okay, I admit I don't know anything about Russia. I'm an occult expert. Oh, what now? There's no Russian prototype down there. It's Navy believes it's found a sleeping god. I'm sure someone's performed a ritual to awaken it. Okay. Of course not. She picks up the knife. So the ceremonial, I believe ceremonial. Okay. Okay. I'm an academic, not a cultist. There's a lot of suspicion of Margot right now. Let's believe her. I don't want to listen to Margot. I want to listen to what Margot has to say. Even if this Otham stuff is real, somebody believes it is. That makes her our best source of information. Agreed. New topics. Occult researcher Margot. Let's get occultism, occult. Holy crap. Oh my god. Okay. I guess we can do from the end. It's a language of the old gods. I can read it pretty fluently, but I'm definitely rusty speaking. There aren't a lot of opportunities to practice speaking at that language. Rituals. So this isn't awesome news, but I'm fairly sure that we're in the middle of a ritual to raise Otham from the dead. No, literally raise it out of the ocean. I interviewed a former cult Otham member for my dissertation. That's probably why the Navy chose me. Now I think about it. It's fascinating stuff. The ritual goes like this. Step 1. A blood sacrifice performed beneath the water. That's a little funny, right? They spread chum like the thing is some kind of a shark. Step 2. Perform a chant. Okay, she just performed the chant. Should you be saying that out loud? Oh, probably not. No, but I'm not the one who performed the sacrifice, so I doubt I would do anything. Step 3. Wait for the Otham's response. It's supposed to speak to the person in their mind and grant them blessing. Step 4 is to leave the water. Bring the will of Otham with you. But according to the ex-cultist I interviewed, nobody ever successfully reached this step. Otham wasn't picking up the phone, so to speak. Apparently the cult has increased its the intensity of their sacrifices in order to get Ultham's attention. When they started killing people, she got scared and escaped. She also mentioned that the cult was actively searching for Ultham. I asked her how, and she said she didn't know, but it seemed pretty obvious now. They're infiltrated the Navy. Oh, interesting. The occultism. Whispers of the Elder Gods are particularly fascinating among the Doomsday cults. Supposed humans can't view them without losing their sanity, or can't, so I guess can't look at them without losing their sanity. And the general vibe is that is all about giving yourself fully to that insanity. Cthulhu worshippers, for example, tend to go all bacchanalia with it, if you know what I mean. I don't. Orgies. Oh, Jesus. Eyes wide shut stuff. All this has been a pretty far cry from an orgy. Focus on Ultham. Right, sorry. Curry's testimony. I think she might be telling the truth, maybe? Sabotage. That's sort of out of my depths. Nav crew, just can't believe there's so much blood. Knife. This is a ceremonial blade with the writing on it. It says Ultham, which means send our souls to Ultham. By the way, should we be reading that stuff out loud, or probably not? The situation. You meant the thing we're all going to die? Whoa, glass half empty. Okay, we've seen this. The Sea Snail's mission. Contact with the Navy, they said. It's easy money, they said. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Occult researcher Margot Blavatsky. I'm an occult researcher. Phew. It's so relieving to be honest about it. My doctrine is mythology and occultism. That's a thing? Better believe it is. I also have a master's in theology. And BA in whatever. My academic focus is on the study of the great old ones. So you believe in all this stuff? I've always considered myself an open-minded agnostic, but today, yeah, I'd say I believe in all this stuff. Jimmy seems like a good guy. If I'm being honest, he's the only one on the sub who's actually been friendly with me. Okay, so we've seen this. I'm gonna... There's no way to, like, skip or cancel the skipping. I'm pretty sure she hates my guts. I can't shake the feeling. Yeah. Okay, so we've read this. Captain Francis Magellan. Classy. Okay, cool. So, you want to talk about this? Ooh, nice. Oh, hold on. Right, what's a what now? Get serious, William. My school teachers used to say that I could really barely speak English. Rituals. Buddy, I even got a hygiene ritual. Oh, jeez. Occultism. When I was a kid, we used to play Bloody Mary and Charlie Charlie. I guess that ain't quite the same, huh? What's Russia's most secretive insect? The KGB. What's Russia's favorite song? Putting on the Ritz. Why do people from Crimea take their time in the bathroom? That's not because they don't want to be Russian while European. Oh God. McDonald, cease and desist, or I will have you court-martialed. Okay, court-martialed into a torpedo bay. Occult researcher Marco Blavatsky. I wish we didn't just pick a specialty that nobody can call her out on. Food for thought, which is, incidentally, my least favorite type of food. Okay, clearly. Sounds like a long-dead language, far beyond the Sea Dog's comprehension. Seems Margot is the only one with the knowledge of the language, which also means it could easy to hide crucial information on it. So the ritual requires Ultham's follower to reach the surface alive. Rescue is already on its way. Oh no! So the moment we breached the water last time is when the ancient god awoken. Rescue is already on its way. We can't afford to waste time lollygagging just so the killer can release the prehistoric bastard on Earth. If we can't find who did it in time, well, do they say the captain goes down with the ship? Oh, and since we shot Margot, it means she wasn't the one. They do say the captain goes down with the ship. We can find this cultist already. Can we find this cultist already so the skipper can stop saying such ominous stuff? By which I mean obviously Doofy, since he was the one with the knife and all. Have you already forgotten that there's no reasonable explanation how he couldn't have done it? Yeah, man, tell us what happened. Start from the beginning and don't leave anything out. I was doing my paperwork and I was bored out of my mind. I ate a cupcake hoping that the sugar boost would carry me through, but I still couldn't focus, so I hid behind the soft serve machine. A cupcake? You didn't mention that before. Is that really the most relevant detail here? There weren't any cupcakes in his rations. I made the special for Miss Blavatsky. So he stole the cupcake. You're saying that this means he committed a ritualistic murder? A cupcake thief. May as well be a murderer. Doofy is always stealing food from the pantry. Enough about the cupcake. Did you bring anything with you, Yeoman? A Sudoku book. But I was really tired, so I didn't do any puzzles. I fell asleep, and the next thing I knew, I was in the control room with the alarms blaring. I'm sorry about it, but how could you be asleep through everything that happened? Yeah. Hey, yeah, how did I sleep through that? Oh no, I sleep like the dead. Even the dead wouldn't sleep through that. Good point. Maybe the cupcake was drugged somehow. Oh! Interesting. Stifling silence floods the room. If people were drugged, well, that would explain a lot. New topic, drugged food. Oh man, this is interesting. Occult researcher Blavatsky. Let's see. The government sent Blavatsky to help us deal with the Elder Sea God. This is bigger than any mission we've ever gotten ourselves into. Okay. You almost came dangerously close to announcing the game theme, and that is the jam theme, I should say, and that is a big penalty. Okay, you grazed a bullet there, buddy. Right now, Blavatsky is our greatest asset, so it's best to keep her alive at all costs. Drugged food. And here I thought the reason the potatoes smelled like cuttlefish was because the improper storing of produce. The only time I went to the kitchen was to send my last lunch back to McDonald. Other than that, I steered clear of the area and just let McDonald do his job. People call us sailing types superstitious, but those superstitions have some root in fact. They helped us keep us alive while out in the unforgiving sea. With how deep the ocean goes, I don't find it hard to believe that there are creatures like Otham still wandering in the depths we haven't even touched upon yet. Remember when the worst of our troubles with finding a Russian DSV? Okay. Cool, let's talk to this guy. Drugged food. I had to think my supplies were used for something nefarious, because let me tell you, nothing pisses me off like people messing with my food. Lately though, I've been noticing supplies go missing. He's glaring hard at me, as though daring me to speak. Should I push the topic with McDonald, or should I gather more information first? Talk to others more. Okay. I can confront about the food later. Drugged food. With this new revelation, this makes McDonald our prime suspect. He was the one that prepared the food, so would have best opportunity to tamper with it. This would explain the inconsistency with the serving schedule, and makes me thankful I was too preoccupied with my work to touch my lunch. No, I don't know the language, and no, I don't care. I'd rather invest my time in learning something useful. This does give a convenient excuse as to why we weren't all slain in the initial attack. So someone in the sea snail is crazy enough to believe this, and this really exists, and is insane enough to take everyone on the boat down with them. Have you really abandoned all rational thought for the pseudoscience? Could we actually go back to presenting factual evidence? Am I the only one that hasn't chosen to abandon rational thought? I care not for whether the conflict is going between our countries. My only concern is keeping the vessel running and allowing everyone else to be able to do their job. I honestly don't understand why people waste their time delving into the study of superstition. It always seems awfully hard to believe that the government would sanction bringing someone like her aboard. This Otham is what Margot says it is. How could it have gone undetected for so long? This makes me believe that she could be deflecting. She's trying to use fantasy in order to distract us from the real cause of the situation. Okay. Drugged food. Oh, it would make sense, right? That's the easiest way one person could have killed 5 able-bodied men. But they weren't drugged. Well, I guess they could have been drugged and then killed, and we have no way of checking or testing that theory. Alright, I guess we can go ahead and press for it. Push him. What do you accuse me of? Come out and say it. This wouldn't be the first time you're messing around with my kitchen. You drugged the crew's meals. He's telling that we did it? How could I have done that without you noticing? You grabbed some snacks here and there, but how could I have possibly drugged multiple people meals right under your nose? Would it make a lot of sense for you to have drugged the meals? I was distracted because the cupcakes that I specifically made had gone missing. And who saw the cupcake? None other but Yeoman Doofy. I would assume that one missing cupcake would be enough to distract you. Are you seriously telling me that I would hinge my entire evil scheme on you getting so upset over cupcake that I could derail your entire meal plan? You must have been spying on me. You know I had sweets. I had the sweets for Miss Blavatsky. I didn't mean to derail the serious conversation, but you know I have a girlfriend, right? Oh boy. You do? I don't think he did know that. Regardless, I have to be stupid to make something like that in the cornerstone of my plan. Both of you agreed that cupcake was stolen. I can't believe we're arguing over a cupcake. Does that mean the drugged cupcake was meant for me? That's a good question. Oh. Interesting. Was the drugged cupcake meant for Margot? Seems like it. I mean, he was meant to give it to her. I think so. He made it for you after all. No way. I wouldn't drug myself, Miss Blavatsky. I wouldn't drug you, Miss Blavatsky. If I were drugging people, that's it. Which I wasn't. Who's to say the cupcake was really drugged to begin with? Sounds like a convenient excuse to me. Defend myself. What makes more sense that the cupcake was bait for the person who ate it, or the person who made it? I thought I'd be happy if I could just focus things on actually exist, but the two of you have proven me wrong. The others have turned their attention to MacDonald, and his gaze does between them nervously. Come on, you guys are for real? I've been on this boat for a year now. I was friends with those guys. But you really think I'd murder them for what? To murder everybody and say some chant all? Blavatsky says it. Right, sorry. Oh, and he says it now. That's crazy, right? It's crazy. It's definitely crazy, alright, but is there something strange about what he said right now? Yes. What did you just say? That it's crazy. No, it was different than how Margot said it. I was just repeating it. It's nonsense anyways. No, he's right. It's not of dreaming. It's waiting with anticipation. Wait, how do you know that? MacDonald jaw drops. Skipper points the gun in his direction. Oh shit, did we find him? Explain. Ah, damn it. It got under my skin, you know? She was saying it wrong. Oh, it was him. I knew the jokes were too much of a farce. Jimmy, oh yeah, you got me. I did it, all of it. He turns to me. The cupcake was for you, by the way. You can't just keep stealing men's desserts. Why did you do it, McDonald? You served these with these men and women. I dare say they treated you like friends. We were friends. I honestly enjoyed my time here with you guys. With you too, Skipper. But this is bigger than you. You gone and done it. You gone and done it, you idiot. Never, ever, ever say the theme of your story out loud. This was going so well, and you gone and done it. This is the most idiotic thing that you can do. You form a theme of the story, you build your story to enact that theme, but that's not enough for some reason, and you have to go out and blare it out loud. It's the most stupid thing you can do. Never, ever, ever say the theme of your story out loud. Ever. It's such a huge no-no. It is an absolute violation. You can't do this. It's... oh my god. You can't do this. It's... no. This... you cannot... A theme and the idea of the story is the core of the story. It's the heart of the story that you build your narrative around. That narrative is supposed to support that theme and is supposed to explore that theme from various angles, because that's what you're here for. You're here for the process. You're here for the experience. You're not supposed to tell the core of the story right away. It's like me spoiling, like you go into the beginning of your game and putting, McDonald is the killer. Now go play the game. That's the equivalent of what you just did. You know the theme of the story because the game jam sets up the theme. The theme is, this is bigger than you. You know what the theme is. Never make your story blare it out loud, because that's not quality storytelling. Right? That's just lazy, and it's corny, and it's stupid. Right? It's such a huge tumor in the English storytelling. You see this everywhere. In movies, in games. Some of the biggest projects go out and just blare out the theme. It just makes me so angry. Oh, this was going so great too. You skimmed the bullet once, but you've done it. You've gone and done it. Man, you can't. Seriously, this no, bad boy, or whoever. This is the birth of a new era. Even if I fail today, we know that we know it's down here now, and one way or another, Otham will be unleashed. Consider it, all of you, the world reborn, returned to its true, and he is shot. Bang. The captain stands over Jimmy McDonald's body. His expression... what? Inscrutable. That's enough out of you. So what do we do now? It would possibly be a good idea to set this boat back on its course. It will give us time to figure out a statement of the incident. Yes, I'm sure people believe that we tried to prevent the rise on Elder God. I still don't. Alright, enough lollygagging. The less time we have to spend in a submarine, the better. Things remain tense of the sea snail for the little while. We wondered, did we really make the right choice? Eventually the rescue came, sending down the bathysphere. or no, bathyspheres from Bioshock, to retrieve us. As we slowly rose to the surface, we braced ourselves, or at least I did. From there, our wait wasn't long, bobbing in the waves until the rescue ship could scoop us out of the water. We were mostly quiet. We headed back to the mainland. When we arrived, some guys in suits were the first to greet us. They took us to their base and asked us a few hundred questions. First Margot and then the rest of us. Turns out they really didn't want a word getting out of the that elder gods were a thing. This info may cause people to fall into hysteria to try to dig them up. Who knew? So they offers us a deal. In exchange for keeping us, for us keeping our mouths shut, we would get early retirement as well as some pretty nifty benefits. And I mean, he got the good ending. Who wouldn't agree the lifetime worth of paid vacation, ending 5 out of 5 vacation? This is nice. The main character actually proclaimed early on that he would like to be on the beach and sip a margarita, and the reward for doing the investigation and figuring out who the real culprit is. The reward in of itself is saving the world from this rapture, but the extra reward on top of that is the little vacation. That's very good. The Yawning Depths. Okay, this is a really high quality piece of storytelling. Aside from the one pretty big whoopsie. But yeah, this is this is clearly my top favorite among all the submissions. This is just fantastic, phenomenal, beautiful. And the multiple endings is really, really cool. So I hope you didn't cheat and didn't make this earlier before the game submission, but so far seems good. All right. Well, you know what? Considering this is the first game jam, I don't really know how I would even go about verifying that, but this is awesome. This is the longest game I've played, and it actually made me want to redo for another ending, because honestly, it's actually a very fascinating thing. There's mystery, there's tension, there's conflict, there's so many good things about this. So you know what? Very good. I like this. This is actually a really, really good quality project. Kudos, fellas. Very good job.